Hello everyone and welcome to the look at the Ubisoft Conference. Ubisoft had a pretty good conference this year, honestly. 2017, they had decent games to show off. And we're just going to go through them as we go, and I'll talk about each one. Now, the Ubisoft Conference, most people knew what we got for. We're going to have Assassin's Creed Origins, we're going to have that Mario Rabbids piece of shit, probably a new release date for the South Park Fractured But Whole that wouldn't actually happen. We're going to show off some Far Cry 5, and we're going to get to look at The Crew 2. What we didn't expect was how good all of these would be. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom should be trash. It should be one of the worst games ever created in the history of mankind, and it should be thrown in a fucking ditch immediately. The concept should have never made it past even leaving the dude's lips. The fact that it actually looks like a decent game, because for some reason they decided to make it an XCOM clone, honestly looks fantastic. And you can't help but love the pure joy on the face of the man who actually was like the lead on it. He just looks happy. He looks so proud of what he's created that Miyamoto himself came on stage to show it off. Now, this marks one of the first times, well, not the first time, but it marks one of the first times that Nintendo's ever really worked outside their boundaries with someone like Ubisoft on letting them actually play with their first-party IPs. Mario and Rabbids should never have mixed, but the fact that it looks as good as it does is honestly a surprise. I'm most likely going to pick up this game for my Switch just because having a tactical game to take anywhere is honestly really cool and really fun, and I'm a little bit excited for it. As weird as that is, as weird of a game as it is, it actually looks like it might be decent. Then showed off some more for Assassin's Creed Origins. Luckily, all they really showed off was a small game demo at the end and a showcase trailer kind of thing for it, because they'd already shown it off a lot at the Microsoft conference, and I talked about it already then, so I'm not really going to go over too much except for the fact that, yes, it looks really good, it looks fun, I am pretty excited for it, it looks like the changes are for the better. That's about it. They then went on to show off The Crew 2. I want to be flat out. When I talked in the Microsoft conference that I wanted to get away from Forza, The Crew is one of the games I looked to for that. The Crew 1 was really fun. I loved its story, I loved the world, I loved being able to drive from Miami to LA. I loved the massiveness, the scope of it, the off-road elements, visiting everything, going to like forest-filled mountains, to cities, to desert, to like the salt flats of Utah, to snowy mountains, to just me and my friends like taking fucking monster trucks and like SUVs and shit and just driving them up the side of mountains. All of that was awesome. Participating in the events for the festivals and stuff all around that world, that was awesome every week. Just, I loved it. Being able to visit actual cities, it was so cool. All of it. So when they announced The Crew 2, I was like, alright, I'll look at it. Hopefully it's good. I don't know what to expect from it much, because we already know what The Crew kind of game is, so what really can it be other than, you know, more of driving around in that world? They upped the scale on the world. It's bigger. Somehow it's bigger. The game that takes 4 hours to drive from one side to the other, and it's bigger. It's got planes. It's got boats. It's got more cars, denser cities that are more packed with more stuff to do. Honestly, it's an improvement in every way, and I'm so excited for it. It's going to be the game to take me away from Forza. I can honestly feel it. I'm super hyped for it. Like, honestly, it looks good. It looks like it's going to be a fun game. It looks like a massive improvement. I hope they have a beta for it, and I hope it comes out soon. Honestly, I really enjoyed The Crew 1, and it looks like they just took everything and kicked it up a notch for the second one. Just the style of it, the look of it, the way it's open, I can't wait for it. They then did, of course, another trailer for South Park Fractured But Whole. They talked about how it's going to be the biggest game that they're going to have, and, you know, yada yada yada. It's a South Park game. It's going to be decently fun. The first one was honestly great with a Paper Mario style gameplay system, and the second one just looks like an improvement on that. What more can I say? The game looks good. I can't wait. I'm excited for it, and You should be too, if you like South Park. If you don't, oh well, that's so sad. Why would you even live that kind of a life? They then showed off Transference. Now, I don't know what kind of VR games you've played, if you have ever played VR. Transference looks like some kind of weirdo mindfuck. I can't wait. It's so it's so weird. It's like they can put you inside a TV show and make it weird, and yeah, I'm excited for it. It looks like it's gonna be a weird kind of horror-y, fun like thing to do. I don't know. It's so strange and so different and so exciting. Honestly, I can't wait. I am really excited just to, see what it becomes. They then went on to make one of the few announcements they've actually made, which was Skull and Bones. Well, Transference was an announcement, and seeing Mario and Rabbids was kind of, but not really. They announced Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is... They looked at Assassin's Creed 4, and they were like, motherfuckers like pirates and shit, right? So, they're like, alright, well, we'll just take all the good pirate shit we did and make that a full game. And they are. And it came out of nowhere, and it looks like Assassin's Creed 4 pirate shit. And it looks so fun. Honestly, I can't wait for it. It looks like they just took all the Assassin's Creed out of all of the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. They took all the Assassin's Creed out of it and left the Black Flag, and are going from there, and I can't wait. It looks fun. They then showed off South Park Phone Destroyer, which is a new South Park game coming out for phones that'll apparently play somewhat like Stick of Truth, from what I could tell. They also showed off Just Dance in there, but nobody cares about Just Dance, so I ignored it. But yeah, they got a new South Park game for phones, and it's going to be kind of a turn-based card game style thing, and it looks great. Can't wait, honestly. I love South Park. It's just going to be fun. They got, like, Shield Maiden Wendy, and Hermes Kitty, and Alien Clyde, and it's so weird. Fuck Clyde being the wrong shit again. They then went to show off Starlink Battle for Atlantis. Now, I'll preface it by saying it looks good. It looks like a different kind of toy game, and it looks decently exciting. It also looks like No Man's Sky promises, and that's not exciting at all. So we're going to move on. They announced Steep DLC, which I actually didn't think Steep did that well, as I don't know a single person who actually played the full game at all. But it's getting a Road to the Olympics DLC, and that's honestly pretty cool. The Olympics are always a really fun event to watch. I love them. I love the Winter Olympics way more than the Summer Olympics, and the fact that we're getting a Steep like DLC for it just seems like the perfect thing to have an Olympic DLC for. They went to show off a small gameplay demo for actually Far Cry 5, which is something I'm super excited for. That world, that style, all of that just looks great to me. I can't wait for it. It's looking like a good Far Cry game. It's looking like a world that I would like to see and I would like to explore within the US, which is it's just so different. They then showed the thing that my friend sold his soul to have happen, Beyond Good and Evil 2. And it is insane that that game was even properly announced and is being shown off, and just... It seems like the kind of thing that just wasn't going to happen and won't ever happen. The issue is, we're now a week away from that initial reveal, and the promises that they're making for that game are legitimately concerning. It's honestly the same promises No Man's Sky made. And I have a friend who literally cried at the end of every E3 because they didn't announce it, and I heard him weep at the fact that they did show it off again and announce it again, and show off not a game demo but a trailer. It seems weird. It's got a lot of use of the fuck word in there, like way more than was necessary, but it looks pretty good. It honestly looks decent. The characters look fun, the world looks interesting. The only issue is those promises they've made. I'm showing them on screen now. They're promising a open world, go to different planets, see different stuff kind of thing. The last game that promised us that ruined the idea of those promises for everyone forever. No Man's Sky promised it. It dropped the ball. It's a decent game now. For what it was, it's a decent game. But it dropped the ball hard on all those promises and has ruined it for everyone else. That's just kind of the truth of it. Well, that's it for the E3, or for the Ubisoft presentation, guys. I hope you join me for the Sony one.